Hi everybody, I wanted to tell you a little bit about one of my favorite products, which is the Ozone Muscle Rub. Ozone Muscle Rub is something that I use twice a day, 3 times a day, sometimes more, depending on how my body's feeling. So I've been physically active, training for over 20 years. And during my career in integrative medicine, I was able to do a lot to keep my body strong and healthy. And what I started to notice over the 20 years was that the older I got, the harder it was for me to maintain the athleticism, the endurance, the stamina. And that's just part of natural aging. No matter how many integrative therapies I did, it still is harder for me now than it was 20 years ago. It's perfectly fine, no problem with it. But one of the things that I noticed is that my body stays stiff longer, I don't recover as fast. The Ozone Muscle Rub is something that first thing in the morning, as soon as I roll out of bed, I start putting it on my body wherever I'm hurt. And within minutes, I feel completely fine. Everything goes back to normal the way that it should feel, the way that it felt 20 years ago. The ozonized magnesium and ozonized olive oil that are in the muscle rub help to not only oxygenate the tissues, but magnesium is a vasodilator, and it also helps to relax stiff, sore muscles. You're probably familiar with Epsom salt baths if you've had a sprained ankle, or if you just train really hard and your muscles are tight, you need to relax. Epsom salt bath is really helpful. Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. What we use in the muscle rub is magnesium chloride. And the reason why I chose magnesium chloride was it was actually the same thing that we used in all of our IVs and injections in the clinic for 25 years. The ozone bonds very nicely with the magnesium. It carries it deeply into the tissues. It allows for the fascia to, I guess, soften is the right word for it. But you can feel the relief in minutes. It's amazing stuff. Muscle rub is something I use both pre-workout and also post-workout, depending on how I'm feeling, how my body is responding to the workout, how intense the workout was. Since it's summertime, my wife and I are back to doing our 2-a-day workouts. This morning we went through for a 3.5 mile run. This evening we did a high intensity interval training workout for abs and core. I'm sure tomorrow I'll need the muscle rub on my low back and possibly on my abs. But the thing that I really like about using it is how quickly it works, especially for my Achilles, my feet. Plantar fasciitis can become an issue for runners or even just lifters. CrossFit doesn't matter. Achilles, knees, ankles, all of the lower joints become stressed more and more as we age. And the muscle rub allows for all of those things or all those areas to relax before the workout. And so when you go to do your pre-workout stretch, your body's just a little bit more ready for the stretch. And as far as post-recovery is concerned, increasing the blood flow through those areas and helping those tissues to relax will increase the rate of recovery and help you to basically feel better faster. So muscle rub is the thing, can't stress it enough. We've had people tell us about different things that they've used muscle rub for. We had an elderly woman who she fell, she broke her ankle. She was not a candidate for surgery. It was actually quite a difficult situation. She didn't want to be on heavy pain-killing medications, and so her daughter approached me and asked if there was anything that I could think of, and I told her, well, muscle rub is something that'll help it to perhaps heal faster, and maybe kind of get her through until it starts to heal up really well. She came back a week later and she told me that her mother was using so much of it because it actually gave her more relief for pain than ibuprofen or other anti-inflammatory medications. Now, again, remember, she didn't want to be on any heavy narcotics for pain control, and she had other health conditions that did not allow for the surgery, so she was trying to do her best. The muscle rub helped her the most. I had never expected that. I would never have thought to even mention that was a possibility, but now that we know that was her response, and she's healed up now, everything's healed up normally. She still uses muscle rub on a regular basis for arthritis. It's really interesting that osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, the inflammatory reactions that occur in each of those are different. However, muscle rub seems to affect them in a positive way. The ozone helps to reduce the inflammatory cytokines. The magnesium helps to relax the muscles. And the combination it's just a winner. And if you haven't tried it already, Muscle Rub is the product. It is on our website. You can visit our website at ozoncharged.com. Follow us on social media, and we'll try to help you out as much as we can with more tips. Thanks. Hope you have a great day.